Louie Gohmert is once again worried about existential threats to humanity, and he believes that it might happen. An asteroid or something like that might hit the Earth and kill all of humanity. And if we were to try to save some humans, send them off into space, he wants to make sure that gay people don't mess the whole thing up. Let's listen.
I mean, I really wonder how many people in this body who had the ultimate power to decide whether humanity would go forward or not, whether it was an asteroid coming, something that would end humanity on Earth as dinosaurs were ended at one time. Okay, we've got a spaceship that can go, as Matt Damon did in the movie, plant a colony somewhere. We can have humans survive this terrible disaster about to befall. If you could decide what 40 people you put on the spacecraft that would save humanity, how many of those would be same-sex couples? You're wanting to save humankind for posterity. Basically a modern-day Noah. You have that ability to be a modern-day Noah. You can preserve life. How many same-sex couples would you take from the animal kingdom and from humans to put on a spacecraft to perpetuate humanity and the wildlife kingdom? That's why it's been called part of the natural law given by the Creator.
He just broke the record for stupidity. It's unbelievable. Like, he makes Trump look bright.
Totally, yeah.
He makes Bush look like he's in Mensa.
Trump's like, I can't deal with that guy.
I like how he lost his train of thought a couple of times.
Yeah, totally.
He was like,
You
oh,
gotta
but
shift.
I thought he might be sick, like that he might have.
that he was going to vomit.
No, that
Like he was having a stroke?
or that he has some form of or dementia. That like something is wrong with that.
He's
Nothing.
like, I saw a movie. I think it's happening.
It's called being Louie Gohmert. That's
is.
his problem. Yeah, he has that condition.
He was a it was a judge advocate general. He was a JAG. I mean,
He was a jag off.
and then he was a judge for 10 years then in Texas. So I mean, people went before him with their futures on the line.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He once ordered a guy with HIV in a car accident to submit to the court like a record of like if he wanted to have a sexual partner that they had to sign a statement acknowledging that he had HIV. He was in a car accident.
Wow.
So two thoughts I have. One, it sucks that we live in a country, maybe the only country, where you can be having a serious conversation, as conversations go for him, about sending a colony of humans to another star system, and you're making constant references to Noah. Like, no, once we get the rockets, you stop with the Old Testament bullshit, maybe.
Do you know who do you know who he beat, by the way, just real quick? I just remembered. He beat a guy named Max Sandlin. It was a redistricting. It was a Tom DeLay redistricting. Won the seat for this guy. And he beat Max Sandlin. And Max Sandlin was the kind of Democrat that we cannot bear. I mean, Max Sandlin was not a Hillary Clinton Democrat, a super conservative Democrat in this era, right? I mean, a guy who 25 years ago just would have been a regular old Republican. And he crushed him because that's the way that they drew that. That's how they redo that district. And that's the folks he's catering to down in that first district of Texas.
I just want to stand up really fast for gay individuals in the event that we have to set up a colony on Mars or in another galaxy or something like that. Louie Gohmert apparently doesn't know this, but simply because you're gay doesn't mean that you can't procreate. A lesbian or a bisexual woman can still become fertilized and have a child. A gay man could still give sperm samples that would be used to impregnate someone. It does not mean that simply having them there that you can't continue the species, you moron.
You mean gay guys' sperm aren't broken?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure in ancient Greece and Rome they continued to procreate.
I think so, yes.
But the main point I want to make is about the original Noah. Now, if God, in his infinite wisdom, chose heterosexual penguins and humans to put on the ark, as Louie Gohmert was referring to, right? Then how come there are gay penguins and humans now?
loose moral fabric.
The devil?
So if he got his way and we got the straightest humans and the straightest zebras he could find, right? And we
No, look at the pattern on zebras. That ain't straight.
and he put them on this spaceship and sent them to wherever he wants to send them. Well, just like the original Noah, we might have zebras and humans eventually who are gay because perhaps it's actually the most natural thing in the world.
The only thing sadder than the conversation he had is you may not remember this. We've covered this sort of thing before. He returns it every year. He's done his, like, think about a scientific experiment where we set up couples on an island for 100 years. Would you want to be on the gay island? He comes up, he speaks in the halls of power, the most powerful government in the world's history, about gay experiments that he wants to run. And now he wants to run it around the galaxy.
Guys like this, literally, I mean, and this is why Hillary put a server in her house. Like, she's not, like this, these are the guys she's afraid of. Like, she's like, you're not looking at my freaking emails. You're insane. By the way, when he says